This video provides an introduction to CyberCook cook sessions and how to manage active cook sessions. Cook sessions store data about your cooks so you can review them during the cook or later at your leisure. Being able to view details about your cook session while still cooking can be a powerful tool in determining if adjustments are needed later in the session. They also allow you to improve your cook schedule and processes and achieve greater consistency by reviewing details about great cooks and perhaps some that didn't go so well. The current cook session is referred to as the active session and is managed on the active cook screen. When you create an active session, the session and all related details are saved to the CyberCook cook session database. Cook sessions saved to the database are accessed on the saved cook screen. Saved cook sessions are saved to the database indefinitely and can be deleted by the user on the saved cook screen. Cook sessions are never deleted automatically. CyberCook saves several types of data about your cook session. Session detail provides general session information such as event name, date, location, weather, type of pit used, charcoal, and smoking wood used. You can also enter a rating regarding the overall quality of the session. If you create an active session and begin recording, CyberCook records pit parameters such as pit and food probe temperatures and set points along the entire timeline of your cook session. Weather information for your current location can also be downloaded automatically from the internet and saved to the session. Pit parameters and weather information are displayed on a customizable graph for later review. You can take photos using the CyberCook QCam and save them to the session database. Photos can also be imported from your iPad camera roll. Session photos are displayed in the QCam library and can be viewed in full size from within CyberCook. CyberCook also provides a notepad for you to enter additional detail about the cook session. The event name, location, and general weather are entered by tapping the desired text field to display the keyboard. You can quickly clear information from the text field by tapping the Clear button on the right side of the text field. Enter the desired information using the keyboard, then tap Done when finished. The session date is selected by tapping the Date text field and selecting the desired date. The date field initializes to the current date, but you can select any date you want. Information about the pit, charcoal, and smoking woods are entered using the iOS picker control. Each picker is pre-populated with common items for that field. For example, to select the charcoal used, tap the charcoal field and rotate the picker until the charcoal is selected. The selected value is automatically added to the associated text field. Tap anywhere outside the picker menu to dismiss it. You can also add customized data to each picker by tapping the Enter New field, entering the new information using the keyboard, and then tapping the Add button. You can delete a picker item by tapping Delete, rotating the picker to select the item to delete, then tapping the red Delete button. You can reset picker data to the pre-populated defaults by opening the Cook Session Settings menu and tapping Reset Picker Data. Tap the Reset button for the data you want to reset, and then tap Reset to confirm your selection. Note that resetting picker data maintains all of your previously entered customized data. This means that after reset, the picker will display all default values, plus any custom values you have entered. Resetting picker data can be useful when you have deleted a number of items and you want to quickly repopulate the picker without having to enter each item manually. The cook session rating can be set from 0 to 5 stars using the rating stepper control. Ratings for each of the individual food probes can also be saved on the food screen that will be discussed in another video. When you first select the active cook screen, cook session information is pre-populated with the generic name, new event, and the current date. All other fields, except location and weather, are pre-populated with the data from the last saved cook session. Once you have entered the information for your cook session, you're ready to create an active cook session. You must create an active cook session before you can begin recording the session. Session information can be modified on the active Cook screen after you create the Cook session or while you are recording. To create a Cook session, tap the Create Session button. An audio alert in the active Cook screen title confirms the session has been activated and saved to the database. After you have created an active Cook session, you can start recording. Recording is controlled on the Control Panel screen. To begin recording, tap Control Panel on the tab bar to display the Control Panel screen. Note that Session Active is displayed on the Cook Session Status Annunciator. To start recording, tap the Recording Status and Control Annunciator. An aural alert indicates that the recording was successfully started. The Recording Status and Control Annunciator also indicates Recording On. An active Cook session can be created when CyberCook is not connected to the CyberCook device. However, recording can only be started if CyberCook is connected to the CyberCook. So if you tap the Recording Status and Control Annunciator and nothing happens, it's probably because CyberCook is not currently connected to the CyberCook. To end recording, tap the Recording Status and Control Annunciator a second time.
Recording ended.
Recording can be started and stopped as many times as you like. Ending recording stops recording, but does not end the active session, as indicated by the Cook Session Status Annunciator displaying Session Active. To end the session, go back to the active Cook screen and tap End Session. To prevent you from inadvertently ending a session that you are not finished with, you'll be prompted to confirm you want to end the session. Tapping End Session on the confirmation alert ends the Cook session. It's important to note that ending an active Cook session also cancels all active notifications in the Notification Center. An audio alert in the active Cook screen title confirms the session has been ended. You can also stop recording and end the session in one step by tapping End Session while recording is underway. 2 audio alerts confirm that recording stopped and the session has been ended.
Recording ended. Ending Cook session.
Due to iOS limitations, CyberCook cannot continue recording when it is in the background. CyberCook must be the active app, meaning it must be on screen in order to record session snapshots. If you close the app while recording, recording will automatically restart when you next relaunch the app, as long as it has been less than 30 hours since recording was originally started. You may occasionally have the need to reactivate a Cook session that you have already ended. This may be because you inadvertently ended the session, or it was ended due to an application error. You can reactivate any session that was started less than 30 hours ago. A session can only be reactivated if there is currently no active session. To reactivate a session, open the Active Cook Settings menu, then tap Reactivate Cook Session. Only sessions less than 30 hours old are displayed on the Reactivate Cook Session menu. Tap the desired session to reactivate it. Selecting a session for reactivation will load its data and automatically make it the active session. Once a session is reactivated, you can begin recording.
Beginning Cook session.
CyberCook has the ability to automatically download weather snapshots for your current location and save them as part of the Cook session. Weather snapshots can only be downloaded if your iPad is connected to the internet. This means CyberCook must be connected to the CyberCook in infrastructure mode. To enable auto weather, turn the auto weather switch on. Then select how often you want to save weather snapshots. The options are 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Weather snapshots are only saved while recording is underway. Saved weather snapshots are displayed on the session graph. Tapping a weather snapshot displays detailed weather information such as temperature, humidity, cloud cover, and precipitation. You can add additional session information on the session notepad. To open the notepad, tap the Notes button. Tap anywhere inside the notepad to display the keyboard. To enter a timestamp at the current cursor position, tap the timestamp button on the notepad toolbar. When you are finished entering notes, tap the Keyboard Dismiss button to dismiss the keyboard. Tap anywhere outside of the notepad to dismiss it. CyberCook features powerful and customizable graphing capabilities. Cook session graphs can be displayed for the active session and saved cook sessions. The active session graph can be accessed directly from the control panel by tapping the graph button on the top toolbar. The active session graph can also be accessed by tapping the graph button on the active cook screen. If the active session graph is displayed, it is automatically updated as additional snapshots are taken. If desired, the active cook session graph can be configured to automatically scroll to the current point in the session. This prevents you from having to scroll through the entire session timeline to view the current point in the session. To enable this feature, go to the control panel and open the settings menu. Tap Miscellaneous Settings and turn the Scroll Active Session Graph to End switch on. CyberCook provides the ability to save photos of your cook session. Photos can be imported from your iPad camera roll or taken using CyberCook's built-in QCam. Session photos are displayed as thumbnails in the QCam library. Tapping a thumbnail displays the full-sized photo. Watch the QCam video for complete information on this feature. CyberCook provides the ability to save detailed information about the foods associated with each of the CyberCue's 3 food probes. Food information is accessed by tapping the Foods button on the top toolbar of the Active Cook screen. Watch the food detail video for complete information on this feature. There may be certain cooks that you do quite often. By saving the settings for these cooks, you can quickly and easily set up your CyberCue in CyberCook for a particular type of cook. Favorite session settings are saved from the current active cook session, so you have to save them while the session is active. Favorite session settings are accessed on the Active Cook Settings menu. To save favorite settings, tap Save Active Session Settings while there is an active session containing the settings you want to save. Enter the name you want to use for these settings in the text field and then tap Save Settings. Your settings are now saved and can be accessed on the Activate Favorite Session Settings menu. To activate favorite settings, ensure that there is an active cook session.
Beginning cook session.
After you have created an active session, open the Cook Session Settings menu. Tap Activate Favorite Session Settings to display the list of saved settings. You can scroll the list to view all saved favorites. You can also scroll within each session to view all the settings within a particular set. Tap the favorite settings you want to activate, then tap Activate on the confirmation dialog to confirm the activation. Tapping Activate updates the CyberCue device, modifies the active cook session, and updates app settings with the saved settings. Refer to the CyberCook user guide for a list of the settings that are saved in Favorite Session Settings. To delete favorite settings you no longer need, tap the Edit button, tap the red selection dot next to the setting to be deleted, and then tap the red Delete button. Tap the Done button when finished. This concludes our introduction to CyberCook Active Cook Sessions. Go to iPortableSolutions.com for additional information, including the CyberCook user guide. Email requests for app support, bug reports, and app enhancements to support@iPortableSolutions.com.